The Girls from Alexandria by Carol Cooper, published by Agora Books, and this is set mainly in Alexandria from the 1950s onwards. This is actually an early copy, and the cover that you will look for when you come to buy it will look more like this. In the now, Nadia is in a London hospital. She's just had a procedure. She's in her 70s and she is struggling to find her balance. She's also struggling to remember things, and so her nursing team are evaluating her to see whether actually she is an EMI, an elderly mentally infirm. She suddenly gets a bee in her bonnet about looking through the postcards that her sister Simone sent to her. They're all full of clues. They're rather obscure in many ways, and she's never really made sense of them. So going back to the 1950s and 60s, Simone, her older sister, and Nadia grew up together. They were Syrian exiles who came to live in Egypt. And this is the story of their childhood. It's told in kind of butterfly accounts, which I guess reflects how Nadia feels and how she perceives her past and how she's trying to understand what has happened over the past, 50 years, I guess. As the two sisters were growing up in Alexandria, the author paints a really kind of colourful picture of the city, far superior to Cairo, and it's just fully, it has that kind of veil of sepia tones. You know you're in the past, and you know it's all about their childhood, their experiences, family get-togethers, various relatives, and you know it's a beautifully portrayed kind of snapshot incidents of the lives of these two girls. Simone obviously wasn't getting on well with her father, and it is assumed because of the rows that she left. Nadia got married. She had several miscarriages. She was in fact married to a gynecologist who never really seemed to get to the bottom of why she had multiple miscarriages. And now she is in her bed looking back and reflecting upon her life, and has an incredible desire to rebond with her sister. Will that actually happen? This is a book that runs two timelines, or several timelines, now and 1950s, 60s, 70s, and we look backwards and forwards. Sometimes it gets a little bit hard to kind of get into the flow, but I guess this mirrors how Nadia is. You know, she's struggling to remember things, so she just has these little vignettes all over the place of her memories, and that is what she is sharing with her readers. So if you want to go back to Alexandria, The Girls from Alexandria by Carol Cooper is a very interesting and a very thought-provoking novel to pick up.